So I'm like, what happened to me when I was new in the unit was like, they saw me as a scrawny kid that looks like he doesn't even need to shave and I'm their boss. Still very true. But at the time I was like, okay, like what's my strengths? And I learned like when you get like poked at, just like you'd learn as an athlete, like poke back. But as an officer, you can't just like make fun of your guys. You just look like an idiot. But you can, but like really like quietly show them your strengths so they shut up. And what Joes look at is they think officers are going to suck at shooting and running and PT and stuff like that, or they're going to be overachievers at it. So I was like, I'm going to just be really good at those skill sets because that's what they care about. It doesn't really apply to my job regularly. She was really good at that. And I was like, oh, well, that's good. You know, that's good that she's really good at that. So I'm like, let's show her that she can flex her muscle without her having to do anything. I assigned it. She just looked like a stud. A lot of them shut up and a lot of them fell out of the runs and were throwing up. And I was like, you guys are fucking pussies. I'm like, she just crushed you. Silence from them after that.
I do feel kind of bad for guys that people tell them, you know, a girl just beat you. Like,
I don't feel bad. I think it's funny.
I know. But being from the other standpoint, I was actually talking to a major the other day, the first female to ever get her Ranger tab, active duty. And
what's her name?
Hold on. It's really hard to pronounce her last name. She just messaged me too. Hold on. Here we go.
Can you show me who she is real quick?
Yeah.
Because I also just talked to, I think, the same person. And I had talked to her like a year ago.
Here we go. Oh, they messaged our group chat. I haven't read the group chat yet, so if you see anything inappropriate, yes, why?
Oh, boy.
Oh, I have one bar.
Freaking Army girls, man. You never know what you're going to get.
Hey, now relax. I have one bar, but it's going to load. Okay, here we go. Major Jacques.
Yes, I've talked to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
so her and I were talking, and I mean, she's gone through a lot, like too much, but she's willing to speak up, and she's going to change the quid pro quo, and I love that, and I'm all about that. But just, where was I even going with this? Oh, yeah. Like, we were talking the other day about she hates whenever people are like, wow, can you believe this girl just beat you? And it's like, how about, can you believe this soldier just beat you? Like,
that's true.
Just because I'm a girl, you don't need to degrade that guy. Like, maybe even just human to human, his level of fitness is less than mine. But anyways.
Yeah.
But moving on.
But moving on. What do you, so what's your take on social media in the military? Because it's OPSEC sensitive a lot of the time. Not that we do cool guy stuff very much, but what's your take on it? Because I feel like there's been a lot of people getting roasted, putting their stuff out there, and there's a level of interesting intelligence aspects of that as well too.
I think there's a line, and you have to know when you're crossing it or not. And Buttersworth, you know, Tyler, he's a very good example of he's never crossed the line. I have crossed the line sometimes, and I have to know when to pull it back. But I think it can be used for informing, and like that's what it should be mostly used for, because this whole generation, the only way we connect is social media, and a lot of our higher ranking command are still in the old ways and they hate it. But I'm like, hey, you want the numbers, this is how we do it. But I will say, people who post like videos of them dancing in uniform to TikTok videos and stuff like that, what are you doing? Come on now.
Is there really a colonel that does that?
Yeah,
I've seen a video and I was like, is this real or fake? Because like it could be some guy putting on that uniform and just like,
right, you could buy that uniform anywhere,
making a thing. And I'm like, he could get views doing that.
I've heard that it's real. I've heard that he's real. I don't know who he is, and I don't care to know who he is. I like things that teach me something, you know, or something that makes me laugh and connect with. So that's what I focus on. I feel like Buttersworth is very informative and laughter, and I'm more like, we're just going to laugh about how accurate this is about the life in the military. So I think there's definitely pros and cons. There depends on what your job is in the military too. I think there's some people that can't have social media at all, like if you want to do your job well. And then unfortunately, I'm on the marketing side of things in my job of my realm of things. But it's brought so much to my life. If it wasn't for social media, I'd never met you guys. I'd never met my friends over on the West Coast. You know, I don't know a weekend that I haven't traveled somewhere in the past year and a half, 2 years. So it's like, and it's all because of social media. So I owe a lot to social media, but I mean, obviously social media didn't do it for me. Who I am did it for me. But at the same time, I think that it can also take away from who you are, your core. And just the other day, I had a female I was very close with, and we happened to fall apart. And she said, "I feel like you're just not genuine or whatever." And I was thinking, I took that, like what we were talking about insults earlier. I took it and I reflected for like a week. I was like, okay, am I not genuine? Am I not real? Like, have I been fake about this? And I talked to like my closest family members. I was like, do you guys think that I'm a different person? And they're like, Callie, one thing about you is you're the same person across the board. I do not hide. I mean, you know how people act one way around their parents and then another around their friends? No, I am the exact same. But that's because my dad raised me that way.
Right.
You know, to never be ashamed of who I am. And if I do the right thing, there's no reason. So, I mean, I think it's good and bad. It just depends on where you're at and how you see it and how you use it. Because there are some men that are recruiters, I would say you don't need social media. But most of the time it can be a very useful tool.
Well, we are just about wrapping up on time, but I think what you bring for not only your audience, but to, you know, the military people and inspiring people by being a real human, I think is very hopefully, you know, something that can be built and built off of for the next generations, because we need that. And we need people that have a good sense of purpose and structure. And I think purpose will be a problem in the future for some of these people being so much on social media. So, you know, I applaud you for the stuff that you make, because I think it's awesome, and I know you as a person now, and you're very, very transparently yourself on all fronts I've seen, and I just appreciate you being on our podcast. So, where can people find you? Oh, okay. Shameless plug, all the things, all you want.
I just want to say one last thing is, like, the only reason I'm here is to show how to do both, is to how to be in the military but not make it your whole life, also be who you want to be. So, like, you didn't join the military and you found your niche. I'm finding my niche every day of who I want to be outside of the military. And I think that's how you adjust to the day that I get out of the military. I'm going to be okay, because hopefully by then I found who I am outside of the military. But anyways, the plug is, I don't have TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I know I need to. Some people said that it's really good financially. They also said YouTube's really good. We'll get there eventually. But right now it's just Instagram, and it's Callie with 3 L's, CALLIEFORNIA, California, because my name is Callie Forbes, California. Anyways, but I'm not from California, and I've only been there like twice in this last like 2 months. So
I thought that was your full name, to be honest.
Really, California?
I mean, I knew your last name was Forbes, but I just thought maybe your full first name was California.
You know, I think that'd be pretty Gen Z of you if it was California.
Yeah,
you know?
My poor dad. My dad's like 70. He would find that insulting.
Well, thank you for being on the podcast, and thank you to everybody that's listening and watch the whole thing. Go ahead and check out what she has. I think she has awesome content to offer, and we'll see you guys next time.
Signing out.